Are you also running any job from Orchestrator and you are not getting robots there? Like, let's say I'm going to click on this start job, and here I'm going to select one of the process, let's say this one, and here you can see I'm not getting any robot to select here. So are you also getting the same issue that I am facing? Then this video is for you. I'm going to show you how to resolve this issue. But before that, if you have not subscribed my channel yet, then please subscribe and please press the like button of this on this video, and please share with your friends. Hello friends, this is Manish Pandey. Welcome back. I'm going to show you how to fix this issue. So what are those steps that you need to check here, that you have to make sure that you have completed successfully or not? So first you have to see that you have created machine in Orchestrator or not. So how can you see that? So first you will click on tenant and automatically your selected tenant will be applied, and then you can go to the machines and you can see, so you can see machine has been created. Now you have to go to the robots and you can see robot has been created and the status is available. Now you can go to the default here and then click on environments, and you can see here whatever environments you have mapped with your process. So this is the robots, this is the environments I mapped. I can click on this manage and you can see I have already mapped this robot with this environment. I have already mapped this process with this environment. Now if I am going to run this job here, and now you'll see I'm going to select that process, but I'm not getting here that robot here. Click on this preferences and then click on Orchestrator settings. Here you can see everything is done. The status is connected licensed. I have connected with the URL and machine keys. Everything is done. Now the issue is here. Let me show you. Here I have a robot that where we are getting a type that is attended. Now let me show you about these types of robots. What is the advantage of this, and why if I have selected attendant, why I am not getting those robots in my job. So let me show you about types of UiPath robots. Let me show you same thing in the UiPath Orchestrator as well. So here you can see I'm going to click on edit, and you can see we have a different types of robots. We have Studio, Pro, Studio and Studio. So these are the studio related robots that we are using. So what is the purpose of this? So it has the features of an attended robot, but it should only be used to connect Studio with the Orchestrator only, right? This is not for, not for your production purpose. This is just for the connecting your Studio, or connecting your Studio Pro, or connecting your Studio X with the Orchestrator only, right? And in this Studio Pro will not able to run our job from Orchestrator. So this is just to connect Studio with the Orchestrator. That's it. Now the second we have, that is attended. So attended means again you cannot start process from the Orchestrator on this type of robots, and process cannot be scheduled as well. If you are also getting issue that you are not able to schedule your job with the robot type attended, so you will not able to schedule this job. Now it can be started only from the robot tray. It means if you want to run your job where the robot is attended, then only that job or any process can be executed from the robot tray only. Attended robots should only run under the human supervision, and this is production robot. This is not for the testing, right? Now here we have a testing and unattended and non-production. So testing robot, it has the feature of an unattended robot, but it should only be used for testing purpose, right? The robot name is testing. It means this should only be used for the testing purpose. And yeah, obviously if we'll select this testing purpose, this testing robot, we can run the job from Orchestrator. We can also schedule the job, but this is just for the testing purpose. Now non-production. So non-production also, it retains all the features of the unattended robots, but it should only be used for development and the testing purpose only. Like before moving your project to the production, you can use these robots like testing and non-production. So if you are just doing testing, you can use testing. If you are like before moving to the production, that is, you can say pre-production, or you can say as a UAT, right? So you can use this non-production, and using this non-production robot as well, you can run your job from orchestrator, and you can schedule your job from orchestrator. Now the last stage, that is unattended. So you can run process from orchestrator if you have this robot, and this robot is responsible for remote execution, monitoring and scheduling as well. It means you can schedule a job if you have this robot. There is no human intervention required for this robot, and this is also a production robot. It means if you are really running your project in your production, so you should have only two robots, either attended or unattended, right? And you are just doing some development and for the community purpose, like so you can use non-production testing and studio like that. So now you can see, as I told you about the Studio X and Studio Pro, if you have that, so this is just used to connect to your studio. So if you click here, and you'll see again, you'll go to the automation and click on jobs, click on this, and you will try to select any process where you are going to run that IBM, and you can see you are not getting that because that is just used to connect your studio with the orchestrator. Now other robots, you can see, as I told you about the Studio X and Studio Pro, as per your different profiles of studio, these robots in used. Now attended, same here. If you have attended robots, so make sure whenever you are going to publish your package, you are going to deploy a process, you are going to start your job, make sure which type of robot you are using, and based on that robot you will get those features and facilities. So here in attended, you should know about this, that you will not able to run your job from orchestrator if you are using this attended bot. You can see from here, I'm going to click on this job and click on this and select this process, and you can see I'm not getting any robots here, right? Now let me go to the robots again, and now as I told you that other than these 4 robots, we have 3 more robots, that is testing, unattended and non-production. So these 3 robots, it has the features of unattended. It means you can run the job from orchestrator. So let's say if I'm going to click on that, so it will ask you to put your domain name and username. It means your machine name and then your username, and then your Windows credential to log in into that system, and then you can update that. So currently I don't have a license of this one, so I can just show you the other one, that is non-production. Okay, now I can just show you unattended robot only, and I have the license of that. And now just click on automation, click on jobs, and now click on this start job, select any of this, and you can see now this robot is available, because this robot, that unattended robot, has feature to start the job from orchestrator and schedule this job from orchestrator, right? So you should have these robots, unattended robots, testing robots, or non-production robots if you want to run your job from the orchestrator. So by that way we resolved this issue. So I hope you like this video, and I hope that will work for you as well. So if you really like this video, then please press the like button, and if you have not subscribed my channel yet, then please subscribe and please share with your friends so that they can also get this knowledge. And thank you so much guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you for your support. Thanks, bye.